You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris, brought to you by ShopLocal, SiouxFalls.com. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. And again, I apologize for the voice. It's been doing this off and on for about 2 or 3 months now.
I know, it's crazy.
You're allergic to Heidi.
I don't know why.
I think so, too.
And some listeners have pointed it out. I feel fine.
Yeah.
I feel just fine.
People are keeping you in their thoughts and prayers, though, Dan. So that should be...
Oh, it's my turn?
No, they are. Seriously.
I like it when it's my turn. Thoughts and prayers my way.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Holy cow. Can you believe it? Yoko Ono is 88 today.
Holy cow. Happy birthday, Yoko.
Lives in New York, filthy rich. Don't know what she's doing. Man, I wish she'd drop another album. Vanna White.
Yeah.
I like Vanna.
She's been doing that spin. I mean,
she has.
She's nobody's better. Vanna White, real name for $1 million, John Heidi.
No clue.
Vanna White.
Is it Vanna White?
It is. Yep.
Well, I was going to guess that, too.
Middle name Marie, just so you know.
Okay.
Vanna Marie White.
Yeah, she's 64 today. Gosh darn it. John Travolta. Seems like he's been around forever. He is 67 today.
Well, happy birthday.
67. And, of course, he came to light in... what the heck was it back? The sitcom. No.
Oh, Welcome Back, Kotter.
Welcome Back, Kotter is a Vinnie Barbarino.
That's right.
And then everybody loved him in Grease, of course. And I think my favorite, and the movie didn't get great reviews or anything else, but he was in The Punisher.
Oh.
And he played the heavy, Howard Saint.
I don't remember.
And I loved that movie, and I loved that character. And The Punisher.
I liked Face Off with him in it, and
Okay.
Nick Cage.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
Everybody's got a favorite.
Yep.
And there was one
Not a huge Grease fan.
And the one that
Never have been.
actually brought him back, because his career had kind of flatlined.
Yeah.
And it was the, along with
Pulp Fiction.
Samuel L. Jackson, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
My favorite, I have to say, would be Phenomenon. I love that movie. And Heidi's like, eh.
I've never even heard of it.
It's a good movie. It's where this guy...
I should have said I've seen it 100 times. Thanks, John. That'd be great, John. That's
Never mind.
fantastic. No. Yeah, just send me an email, dude.
I'll explain it later.
Okay. And this is controversial. It was 1930. U.S. astronomer Clyde Tombaugh. He looked through his telescope stuff and he goes, "Oh, look, a new planet.
Super.
We're calling it Pluto."
For now.
And then Pluto got voted off the planet island or something.
Yeah.
So,
How does that work?
I don't know.
It did.
I
feel bad for Pluto.
It didn't meet the criteria. I don't know what was going on there. But it was 1986. The first anti-smoking ad airs on network television. And I'll never forget seeing this because it was really eerie and pretty impactful. Actor Yul Brynner.
Oh.
And again, it was 1986. Keep in mind, the ad featured Yul Brynner talking directly to the American public. He had passed away 4 months previous.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Talking about anti-smoking, and smoking killed him, and they knew that, and they pre-produced that ad, and it was...
Oh, wow.
It was
Yeah.
something else. What else is going on here? Finally, it was 1879. Sculptor Frederick August Bartholdi is awarded a patent for his design for the Statue of Liberty. Yep, he submitted it, and they went, "Hey, Fred, this looks pretty tight. Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
this." So,
she's awesome.
There you
You
go.
know there's one of those in France as well?
There's two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Lady Liberty.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
There's just a lot of people don't know that.
Well, they should.
Well, they should.
That's why we're here. This segment of the show where we learn really valuable stuff.
We
That's
do.
right.
And someday you'll be on a game show, you'll win $1 million, and you're going to give Dan like $10.
Yeah, folks don't know that was actually a gift from France, which it was. Which is
And
kind
it's
of a
set
big
here
deal.
on the shores for like 3 years before we even put it together.
Well, how many times we got to bail France out.
Wow.
It's nice to get a little spiff every now and again.
Thanks for,
That's
a
right.
little something for the effort,
When the French say "oui," they follow it with "surrender."
Oh, wow.
Woo!
Thank you to our listeners in France.
Here we go. Hey, I know now. You know. We all know. We just stumble right forward here.
Going to do that.
Alrighty.
It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by ShopLocal, SiouxFalls.com.
Do you have a credit card? Is it a pretty good one? Here's how you can tell. Take the details of your current card, the interest rates, points, and perks, and compare them for free to the available offers at bettercreditcards.com. If we can offer you a better credit card, it could save you money every month. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you save money. Even if you don't have a credit card right now, you can still check it out at bettercreditcards.com. Do it today. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
All right, about snappy salute off the well-started brim of the Ranger Dan cap to you too. Look at you over there, Liam. How you doing? That's great. Heidi! Heidi, nice to see you. Hey, Lent started yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really has very little to do with critic corner, or does it?
Does it?
Oh.
Well, we can tie all these things in. Of course, if you missed Ash Wednesday, just be aware you can just jump over to the Ranger Dan website, hit the old merchandise tab right there, and get yourself a can of official Ranger Dan Lenten Ashes.
Oh, my goodness.
It's actually procured from some campfires at a Bible camp just south of Vermilion in Guadalajara, Mexico, for just $19.95. Plus shipping and handling. Each can contains enough ash to, well, really, you can celebrate Ash Wednesday every Wednesday of the year.
Nice.
I wanted to mention here, let's talk about, because it is the Lenten season. That's kind of a big deal. And one day, 3 priests decided to go fishing. If priests are going fishing, it's a Friday, because that's just a fact. All right. These 2 priests been around this particular diocese for quite a while, and they just brought on a new fella, brand new priest, kind of new to the game, and he was more than happy to tag along and kind of learn the ropes, take that little fishing excursion with the priest. Well, here's the thing. They're out on the lake for a couple, 2-3 hours, and they're doing pretty darn well. They're hauling in some fish, but they run out of bait.
Oh, okay.
First priest goes, "Hey, I got this. I'll go get us some more bait." And he walks across the water to the shore, or walks across the water, gets back in the boat with the bait, and it's like, whoa, oh my goodness gracious me. Well, it's about another 3-4 hours, and the new padre's like, I'm not even sure if I saw that whole thing. But they're doing their thing, catching more fish. Sure enough, a little while later, run out of bait again, and old priest number 2 says, "Hey, I got this." And gets out of the boat, walks across the water. Oh, wow. Grabs another couple little containers of crawlers there, maybe a couple minnows, walks back across the water, gets in the boat. And newbie's like just absolutely kind of losing his mind, but he ain't got the courage to say anything. And again, he's not quite sure he saw this whole darn thing. Well, wouldn't you know, a few hours later, they're out of bait, and the new guy goes, "Hey, I got this." Steps out of the boat and sinks to the bottom.
Oh.
First priest looks at the second one and says, we probably should have told them where the rocks are. Well, that's all the time we got, little radio rangers. I hope you learned something. I know I sure did. Gosh darn it. Until next time, is Ranger Dan out. Say it with me.
Yes, sir.
I really need to quit drinking.
I really need to give up drugs.
It's not going to be easy, but we'd love to help. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most, and addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue, Sioux Falls. Mr. Dan Farris, how you doing, sir?
I'm confused, semi-excited, kind of weirded out a little bit.
Okay.
They just cleared the wire, and thanks to my best friends over at Kello for letting me snag this story.
They give you a lot of stuff. That's nice.
They do. You said, and by the way, happy belated birthday to Don Jorgensen.
Oh, hey.
Don turned, 35 the other day.
Got the funniest message from him just out of the middle of nowhere.
Don's a good guy.
A week ago, I was on Facebook saying, I posted like the scams. I keep getting scams. Like you're scrolling through Facebook Marketplace and you see a camper. It's like a $5,000 camper, $800. You see this car. It's like a $3,000, $4,000 car, $800. And I said, what's the deal with these scammers all using $800? So Don Jorgensen screenshots a scam that he saw, and he sent it to me. He goes, "Hey, this made me think of you." I was like, "Oh, hey."
Was it $800?
It was $800.
It's a heck of a deal for a camper.
Yeah, it's not for real.
According to this story, pretty soon you'll be able to go ice skating at Falls Park.
Oh, nice.
But they aren't just building a little ice skating rink. It is called a ice ribbon.
Oh.
Nice ribbon.
Have you ever seen one of these things?
It's where you can do like the circle 8, not quite figure 8 thing.
It just kind of goes
It's
on
like a
and
lazy
on.
river. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently there was a donation. This is it's through Sioux Falls Park and Rec, but also a family endowment in town, the Jacobsons, I believe. I don't know. Read the story, Dan. Yeah, it will be called the Jacobson Plaza. This thing's going to cost like $4 million.
Whoa.
1,200 square feet of ice.
Okay.
Wow.
Ribbon, yeah, they have them in other cities across the country. And I look at it because I'm an old rink rat. I'm a hockey player and a rollerball. But I look at this, it's like, would I do this?
A lot of families would do this with kids.
It's more of a touristy thing, I guess. Or, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, $4 million. $4 million bucks. And it's going to be, well, of course, seasonal and depending. Yeah. So, yeah, that is actually online, expected to open winter of next year. So.
How cool is that?
Pretty interesting.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty cool.
Falls Park already hugely popular destination point, certainly for people traveling this way. So it'd be interesting to see. I haven't seen the design of it.
I saw a picture, but I don't know if it was the design or if that was from somewhere else.
Yeah, these things already exist in Chicago, Spokane, Washington, and South Bend, Indiana.
Nice.
Which is probably the only reason to ever visit South Bend, Indiana.
There you go.
Unless you're a Notre Dame fan. So there you go. All right. Interesting. Okay, if they build this thing, I'll skate this thing. Why not?
I will. I'll go check it out.
Why not? John, you will check it out or you will skate it?
I'll check it out and maybe skate it.
Really? Really?
I would skate. Uh-huh. I would do that.
Okay.
Have to get some,
skates
and then somebody to teach me to skate.
Starting point for skating.
I skated when I was a kid. It's been a while.
Okay, well you should.
I won't do it. I
put on a few pounds since then, so hopefully
oh, you should be fine. You'll be fine.
Well, thank you for that update, sir.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm pretty sure Don didn't turn 35. So
you don't think? How old do you think you turned?
I've just been fact checked. I don't know what's going on here.
That is pretty crazy.
Some guy named Zuckerberg is going wrong.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour, Dan Farris, and this piece is called our morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota in Sioux Falls. If you could do something today that could save someone's life, would you do it? If it didn't cost you a dime and only took a little time and could literally save a life, would you do it? Can you believe that only 3% of people say yes to this? How's that possible? That's the real percentage of people who give blood. It's something you can do whether you're a millionaire, middle class, or completely poor. There's no fee and it's easy to do. And you can literally save a life. Let's roll up our sleeves and make a difference. Give blood. We can do better than 3%. Learn more at redcrossblood.org. Time right now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture. We're going to brighten your day right now with some positive news. And for this news today, we're going to be visiting with Jamie L. Wood, the District Director with the South Dakota District Office for the U.S. Small Business Administration. It's a lot easier to just say, we've got Jamie from the SBA. How you doing, Jamie?
Hi there. Great to be back. Hope you're all keeping warm.
Yeah, would love to chat with you. And every time we talk to you, I always learn so much. And ahead of time, you and I had a chance to chat, and you got me to the right page. But I'm going to put a link to this. So anybody listening that's going, boy, I'd like to find all of this. Where'd they find it? I'm going to put a link directly to it on our Facebook page. But we're going to talk a lot today about the PPP loans. There's still time for people to reach out and get these, but a lot of people have already done this, haven't they?
Well, there are a lot that have leveraged the Paycheck Protection Program across the nation, including here in South Dakota. But there's still a lot of need out there we're finding. And so this round of Paycheck Protection Program opened January, and in just about a month's worth of time, we just pulled the latest data, and we have almost 17,000 fresh loans out there for the first draw and second draw combined.
I'm looking on this list here. There's like the breakdown of the type of loans, but then the lender types. One of the categories is micro lenders, another's credit unions, another's farm credit, but it's not just one bank that's doing this. Is a whole bunch of different banks, and a lot of them, in some cases, working together, but in all cases, working with the SBA to help small businesses. So it's just amazing to see how when the time comes, people are there to step up and help, aren't they?
Absolutely, and we learned a lot of collective lessons, even with our partnerships over the past year. Straight out of the gate, when the CARES Act got passed by the previous president, early on in 2020, we realized this was going to take a national effort between SBA, the Department of Treasury, and then all of the SBA-approved partner lenders that we have. And you're spot on. Those community lenders have been critical in the launch of this. So whether you're in an urban setting or if you're in rural South Dakota, I like to reference Mobridge a lot because that's my hometown. And, it's just really amazing how these relationships between the lenders and the small businesses and nonprofits have come into play, and it helped to bring a level of comfort, knowing that you could turn, if you're a business owner or a nonprofit owner, right to the lender that you've always been, working with anyway, and then they provided, these critical resources. So the lenders have been able to, they have the platforms that SBA has provided to be able to take care of the application process, and then they send that application forward through the platform to SBA for final approval, and that turnaround process typically is very quick for the PPP award. Now, there are some businesses, I think it's important to address this, that it may take a little bit longer for them to get their approval on their loan and then the money awarded, especially on the second draw. So if you had a first draw last year, now you're coming back and eligible for a second draw based on if you had 25% reduction in your revenue from 2020 to 2019. For some businesses, they were able to get that approval and get those funds right away. For others, they may have had to wait for some of the approval processing to take place because there was maybe a bad number, an EI number, or a tax number, identification number may have been one number off, in one of the platforms. And so this has been a great exercise, this second draw, for us to work together with the lenders to help clean up some of the data because, this launched really quickly last year. The program's open for application through March 31st. If you are interested and eligible for either a first draw or a second draw, don't wait. Go ahead and connect with your lender and get those funds that you need in your pocket.
Jamie, thank you for your time today, and thank you for all that you guys are doing to help with this.
You bet. You can contact us at 605-330-4243 if you have any questions, or you can connect with us on Twitter at SBA_South Dakota, all one word, or connect with our e-newsletter for updates at sba.gov/updates. Just type in your zip code and email, and we'll get you the South Dakota newsletter for SBA. Have a great day. Thanks.
Thank you. I'm going to throw all of her information on the Facebook page as well, and a link to this PDF with all the info on the loans. It's really cool. And you look through, and the average loan size is $75,000. You scroll through and get the demographics, a lot of stuff, ton of stuff, 9 pages of stuff. If you want to check it out, it's all on Facebook at facebook.com/Sunny Radio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
Do you have a credit card? Is it a pretty good one? Here's how you can tell. Take the details of your current card, the interest rates, points, and perks, and compare them for free to the available offers at bettercreditcards.com. If we can offer you a better credit card, it could save you money every month. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you save money. Even if you don't have a credit card right now, you can still check it out at bettercreditcards.com. Do it today. bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
ChannelSurferTV.com presents Entertainment News of the Day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Okay, not going to be the usual opening.
Put that snapper away,
Just
John.
not going to be frivolous about it because this really is a big deal. In case you haven't heard, talk show radio's Rush Limbaugh passed yesterday.
That was
70
very
years
sad.
old. Because he had come out. He'd been diagnosed. What was it? January of last year, so a little over a year ago, with advanced lung cancer.
Yeah. And
he kept his listeners pretty much abreast. When he's on, he's saying, "Hey, here's what's going on," but he didn't make the show about that. Not even close. And again, being a broadcaster, and I've been in the business, let's just say 40 years at this point, and so you have access to a lot if you're in the business, you tend to listen to other broadcasters completely differently.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know behind the scenes and you know what it takes. And quite frankly, when I first tied into Rush Limbaugh, I want to say it was the late 80s.
Yeah, 88 is when I
I
started.
wasn't really a fan. I honestly wasn't. It was like, you know what, I don't get it.
Yeah.
But the more I listened and started looking at it differently, I've got to say, really for the past 10 years, anyway, nothing but the utmost respect. I mean, this guy is a consummate broadcaster, showman, human being across the board. So,
and the
just
thing,
amazing man.
He brought in, John, you had mentioned off the air when we came across this story yesterday, that he did almost single-handedly save AM radio.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. There are people who, in the broadcast world, that are not fans of his political leanings, but they carry his show on their station. And I've talked to broadcasters that do that because they're like, I'm not a big fan. And I'm like, why do you carry it? And I go, because he single-handedly saved AM radio.
Yeah,
there were radio stations literally going off the air left and right in the late 80s.
Yeah, he fired up
90s.
This particular bent on talk radio back in 1984, KFBK in Sacramento, California.
Yeah.
Moved to New York City in 1988, eventually Palm Beach, Florida. And easily, and this is globally, the most listened to radio broadcaster in the world.
And the thing you got to understand, to talk for 4 or 3 hours straight, for him to do this show, a 3-hour show, to talk, not... Well, we do. We talk for 4 or 5 minutes at a time, and then we play music.
Think of it this way. It's been a long time since I've done a full-blown morning radio show. Yeah. And what we do here at Sunny 93.3 with you guys, you're kind enough to let me do. I do 4 segments a morning, Monday through Friday. That's it.
We love having
that. Is it. Yeah. But, and I know it doesn't show it, but a lot of work goes into it.
It does. And it shows. It absolutely shows.
So, having to do 3 or 4 hours a day talking, that's a huge commitment. And he, for the most part, was just kind of flawless.
And it made it seem effortless. So then there are other people who go, I could do that. That's easy. And then they get in front of a mic. No. My favorite is if you just Google Alec Baldwin trying to do talk radio. There's like a YouTube video of him just failing miserably. And nothing against the guy, but I just thought he walked in there thinking, it's simple, it's easy, and it's really not.
Well, there's a reason just a handful rise to the top, and he was something else.
Have you ever done talk radio, Dan? I guess we've never talked about that. Have you ever worked in that format?
I have not. I've thought about it that was my plan years ago when I actually had goals with my life. Before life basically crushed me.
This is the hand you are dealt, man.
But you think about it, I had to do 5 and 6 days a week for almost 20 years. I did morning radio, and it was always with a partner.
Yeah.
But it was produced and written, and it was a lot of work if you were going to really try to present something that people would enjoy.
Not just show up and yap.
And so, but you take the music out of it, and all of a sudden, you have to talk and talk and talk.
Yeah.
That's, you better have your act together.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I did a 4-hour talk radio program, but fortunately, the majority of it was like just saying, hey, it's time for news, time for weather, time for sports. But I had some segments that I had to do, and just preparing for like a 5 to 10 minute segment where it's taking calls, and, that is really hard. So for him to do this for as long as he did this and make it sound effortless.
The man is a legend. There's
hats
just
off,
no other way to say
it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens now because there are literally tens of millions of dollars in advertiser revenue spent specifically for the Rush Limbaugh program.
Yeah.
And now with him crossing the Rainbow Bridge, it's really going to be interesting to see what happens with this. It's
absolutely.
Rush is responsible for my political leanings.
Yeah.
100%.
I
was
met
on
Heidi,
the other side of the aisle.
She was
big time until John had me listening to Rush.
It was funny because at first she's like, I can't believe he's saying this. Yeah. And then within a couple of months, she's going, hey, did you hear what Rush said today? I'm like, wait a minute, who are you? And what did you do with my wife?
I absolutely adored the man, and it's heartbreaking.
It is very, very sad.
Well, it's a big loss for radio in general, and it's a big loss for this country.
Yeah. Well, Dan, thank you for the update, sir.
I'm going to follow this because, again, the guy was a one-man industry. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens moving forward.
Who's going to be sitting behind the golden EIB microphone?
Yeah. Hey, Rush, thanks, brother. Rest in peace, man.
Yes. It is the John And Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, our entertainment news of the day, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
I really need to give up drugs.
I really need to quit drinking.
It's not going to be easy, but we'd love to help. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most, and addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. We want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Thursday, February 28th, 2021. The equity markets continue to tread water at the freshly set all-time highs. A mix of good and bad news combined to support prices on Wednesday and keep the bulls from advancing significantly for the seventh day. Topping the list of headlines in Wednesday's news was the January retail sales figures. Retail sales jumped a much stronger than expected 5.3% under the influence of the stimulus. At the other end of the spectrum, the January Producer Price Index jumped 1.3% versus the 0.4% expected, raising fears of inflation. In stock news, shares of Verizon led Wednesday's action in the Dow Jones with a gain near 5.5%. The stock got a boost by news that Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway had taken a sizable stake. The $8 billion investment makes Verizon one of Berkshire Hathaway's sixth largest holdings. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.